Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Avanti Morocha. Today I'll share all the information you need to know about what printer to use with your Cricut machine. I will also share a list of printers that I recommend. Now let's begin. First, it is important to mention that you need to use a printer to use the Print Then Cut feature. Cricut recommends an inkjet printer. The reason is that it's easier for Cricut sensors to read the registration marks made by an inkjet printer. The Print and Cut feature is available on Maker 3, Maker, Explorer 3, and Explorer 2. The feature of Print and Cut is available on Design Space for desktop and iOS devices. At the moment, this feature is not available on Android devices. Currently, the max printable size is 9.25 by 6.75 inches, equivalent to 17 by 23 centimeters. This is my printer, the Epson XP 15000. I like this printer because it works with paper and cardstock. It has two trays, one in the front and the other in the rear. I use the rear tray when using cardstock. Keep in mind that most home office printers don't work with cardstock unless mentioned in the specifications. However, if you buy a printer that has a rear tray, there is the possibility that you will be able to print until medium weight cardstock. The only downside is that this printer uses cartridges, which may not be the best option if you are printing a lot. When buying a printer, you need to consider the following points. The price, the ink that the printer uses, are these cartridges or tanks. Tanks will be most cost effective. The print media, to know what materials you can use with this printer, plain paper, photographic paper, cardstock, etc. The connectivity, is it wireless, Wi-Fi, USB, Ethernet? Compatibility, is it compatible to desktop, laptop, mobile devices? Following, I'll show you a list of printers that are great for paper projects. The price is in the middle range. The Epson EcoTank ET2760 is one of the most popular printers because it has a reasonable price and works with tanks. The price of this printer at the moment is $329 on Amazon US. This printer has been in the market for a while. The new version is the ET2850. One of the features I like about this printer is its rear tray. Here are some of the specifications: printing technology, inkjet, connectivity, USB and Ethernet, compatible with PC and laptops, print media, plain paper and glossy photo paper. This is another popular printer, the Epson EcoTank ET2720. At the moment, it costs $347 on Amazon US. If you get the color black, it seems to be cheaper, $299.99. This printer has been in the market for a while. The new version is the ET2800. This printer also has a rear tray and works with ink tanks. Here are some specifications: printing technology, inkjet, connectivity, Wi-Fi, USB and Ethernet, compatible with smartphones, PC and laptops, print media, plain paper and glossy photo paper. In 2021, Epson released new printers like the Epson 2800. This is a replacement for the ET2720. The Epson ET2850 is a replacement for the E2760. Probably you won't find as many reviews of these machines because they are relatively new. The older versions will continue working just fine, but I think it's important you know the latest products. Epson has more EcoTank printers, but these will be more expensive because they have more features. The Canon Pigma G6020 is another all-in-one printer. It has a great price, $279.99. This printer uses ink tanks and it has a rear tray. Here are some specifications: printing technology, inkjet, connectivity, wireless, Wi-Fi, USB and Ethernet, compatibility, smartphones, PC and laptops, print media, plain paper and glossy photo paper. If you are looking to print projects in cardstock, you need a printer for cardstock. The Epson Expression XV15000 is a great printer. It's not available on Amazon at the moment, but the cost is usually around $350. This is not an all-in-one printer. With this printer, you cannot copy or scan. This printer uses 6 individual cartridges. It has 2 trays, one in the front and the other in the rear. This is one of the most economical printers for cardstock. Here are some of the specifications: printing technology, inkjet, connectivity, wireless and Ethernet, compatible to smartphones, PC and laptops. This is a wide format printer that can print 13 by 19 inches paper. The print media is plain paper and cardstock. The Canon TS9521C is one of the most ranked printers among crafters. It's not available on Amazon at the moment, but its price is around $360. This printer works with 5 individual cartridges. Here are some specifications: printing technology, inkjet, connectivity, wireless, Bluetooth, USB and Ethernet, compatible with smartphones, PC and laptops. Print media, plain paper and cardstock. Canon offer a Pigma print plan. If you are interested in this printer, I'll recommend looking into it. I'll also add 2 sublimation printers to my recommendations because you guys always ask me about it. But keep in mind, for regular sublimation, you don't need a cutting machine. The only relation Cricut has with sublimation is if you are planning to use the Easy Press, Mac Press, or infusible ink blanks that also work with sublimation. There are some exceptions. For example, you may need a cutting machine if you want to use another sublimation technique. A sublimation printer doesn't work in paper projects like stickers, cake toppers, etc. The Epson Short Color F170 is the sublimation printer I bought. It comes with sublimation inks and I didn't need to do any modifications before using it. The cost is $399 in the US at the moment. It's not available on Amazon, but you can check on this site where to buy it. This is one of the most popular sublimation printers in the US market. The Sawgrass Virtuoso price is $699 in Amazon US. It has a 2-year warranty. While this is an excellent printer, the ink is pricey. I hope you like this video and you find it informative. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you are interested in a Cricut machine, I'll share the links where you can buy it in the info box below the video. If you love your Cricut and want to be part of a fun and learning Cricut community, I invite you to join the Cricut Crafting Corner group on Facebook. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, hit the subscription button, tap the notification bell so you get informed every time I release a new video. Don't forget to visit my blog, follow me on my social media, like this video and share it with your loved ones. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.